Hello, everybody. Welcome to Willow Springs Raceway. We've just been wrecking around the streets of Willow mini track. We've also gone out and done a bit of adventure riding, and we've done a bit of street riding. Kind of different styles of riding all there because we've been riding with this thing. This is the brand new Alpinestars Tech Air 5 Plasma. I got that right? Right. And my mate Brent here, he is the man as far as Alpinestars airbags goes. He knows more about them. He's forgotten more about them than anyone would ever know. So hence the reason why I've got him in there to help us out. So 3 different styles of airbag. Now, if you've ever seen some of my previous videos, including the one up there, which is where I had my whopping big high side at Laguna Seca, that came just after the big crash at Toddy in Canada, where I got the data out of it. It was like 27 Gs or something. Right? It was like monster crash for it.
Hit the ground hard.
Yeah. So both times I was wearing a Tech Air vest, and thank God I was, especially the second one, because the second one was like full slap job and it worked. So go and check that video out because it gives you a bit more of an idea of what happens when you really crash, not just when they set the thing off in the lab. Anyway, this is all new. 3 different systems for your riding pleasure, effectively. So you don't need to go out and buy, if you don't want to, you're going to have to buy a road racing only vest, the new off-road vest. Yeah. Which was developed with all Dakar riders, plus like your Tech Air 3, kind of canvas vest, all that. It's all kind of molded into one.
Pretty much, yeah. This is our do-it-all system, like for the average road rider, who's riding anything from everyday street riding, whether that be, your weekend warrior or your commuter, or whether you're doing the occasional track day or racing, or, riding your adventure bike.
Yeah.
Both on-road and off.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Tech Air 3 now, which I use every time I ride the overall vest, mainly because it's so comfortable and that it's not underneath,
right.
Whereas these ones are underneath. So you got to have a little bit of extra give in your jacket or your riding gear, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so being that this is worn underneath an outer garment, whether that be a suit or a jacket, you do have to have a little bit of extra room in there underneath. We recommend basically 4 centimeters, which is 1.6 inches, essentially. It's the diameter of either a golf ball or a ping pong ball. But with this new system here, this Tech Air 5 Plasma, we've really full on ground up redesigned it.
Yeah.
And the entire outer chassis is all new and, way slimmer, profile. And just overall lighter weight and more breathable as well. So
look around,
almost fits like almost like a base layer, at least to
kind of
systems.
You can kind of see it there. Like that's all base layer stuff. Same stuff that we use when we use the one-piece base layers under the road race suits. Okay, so we'll hit a few major points. There's I don't know if you can see it, but that's your little doowacky that tells you what mode you're in. So you've got off-road, street, and race, all use different algorithms within its own system. Yep. What is different about, I'm interested with, especially with the off-road one, is that the same algorithm that's in the Tech Air off-road, or is it different?
It's different. So this is an all-new algorithm. It's a blend of essentially the street algorithm.
Well, just armed it. Don't do that.
It didn't arm it. Once it turns on, it will vibrate, but it doesn't really actually arm until you're riding.
Right.
Anyway, the off-road algorithm is essentially a blend or mix between the street algorithm, which is already rather capable on-road, particularly with an adventure bike, and the Tech Air Off-Road's Enduro algorithm.
Right.
So it allows this Tech Air 5 to really, or riders using this Tech Air 5 to really push the envelope that much further when, trying to do any type of performance riding or on gnarlier kind of routes.
Could you take it on a motocross track?
Well, there's one of your compatriots, Adam Riemann, Motorology Films.
Shout out to Adam.
He did just that. Where he took a Tech Air 5, not this one, the current one, the gray one, but he put it in street mode. He put it over all of his gear, and his purpose for that video was to try to get it to deploy or trick it into deploy. By riding, over what we thought or what he might have thought was its capabilities. And so, long story short, he's riding his motocross track first on a Tenere and then on a dirt bike, a proper dirt bike, and he still can't get it to deploy. So point being is that, the street algorithm is already plenty capable.
Yeah.
This new off-road algorithm allows you to go, push the envelope that much further.
Cool. As far as fitment goes, we'll go back to the fitment quickly. Stretch paneling all around the back here. I found that really nice, especially in a road race suit, because unless you have the world's best fitting road race suits, they tend to pull at some point or other. That I found under here was quite nice. It didn't sort of ride up or anything and didn't bunch, which is a bit different to some of the previous systems that I've used. And they kind of work in some areas and don't work in other areas.
Yeah. So that was one of, we basically, like I said, we full on ground up redesigned this thing, and ergonomics was a key, kind of feature of what we're looking to improve. And as far as the comfort goes, like here in the chest, particularly in the pectoral area, the armpit pectoral area. So not only do we have this, single layer stretch material, which is breathable, but it's also low profile, so reducing material bulk. But we also cut it higher as well, particularly like in that pressure zone. So when you speak of riding with a one-piece suit on track, especially when you're tucked, holding on to the clip-ons, relieving that pressure, due to, getting rid of excess material really goes a long way in terms of, increasing comfort.
Yeah. This, changing tack a bit, this is one of the new generation airbag suits that is entirely serviceable by the customer.
Correct.
So 6 deployments. Now, initially, I thought that meant you could just crash 6 times and then you'd be all right. But no, you get 6 deployments of the bladder, but you have to replace canister every time you crash.
Exactly. So the canister, like you said,
we open that up.
Good for up to 6 deployments. And yeah, you open that up. It's also a fully it's user serviceable, but it's also a fully toolless operation. So what you would do here,
I was going to say, does that clip in, or is it?
It's Velcroed at the
top. Velcro.
To service your system, you don't even have to go as far as Rennie's going here. Really, all you have to do is just pop this cover here like this. So you pop that open there like that. I'm going to spin this around. There's a little strap there that holds the canister in place. You remove the canister here, the squib, this yellow piece. This is what basically fires the airbag. So you would remove this here like this. That just is a spring-loaded deal. Mm-hmm. Remove the canister. So this will be spent. This is a new canister, but assuming you just crashed, this will be no good. You get a new one, $119.95. So $120. You get a brand new canister, and you can do this, up to 6 deployments before needing to send the actual vest into Alpinestars or an authorized service center.
So they'll then replace the bladder? Is that what?
Exactly. So if you reach that 6th deployment, obviously we hope nobody ever does. But
to get riding lessons on your 6th deployment,
discount. But so once you send it into a service center, basically we're going to replace and give you a new canister, of course, but we're also going to go through the entire system. We're going to replace the airbag bladder, give you a new bladder, go through, update it, check it, just to make sure everything is operational and good to go. And then when you receive it back, it would be basically like, a brand new system.
There you go. Again. Nice. 30 hours of runtime?
Yep. A fully charged battery will give you 30 hours of active ride time. So it's not like your phone or your laptop or whatever that you have to charge daily or nightly, depending on how far or how often you usually ride, that 30 hours could be weeks, if not months.
Yeah. And they'll probably trickle down over time. Like if you didn't use it over like 2 months, you'd want to fire it back up.
Every battery has a parasitic draw. But this is almost imperceptible. I don't know what the specific number is, but it's like 0.5 percentage point every few days or something.
Best part, that's where you charge it from. You don't have to pull in and do hand yoga to get the thing onto the back of the bottom of the back protector at the back of the leathers. It's just
the overall user experience here with this new Tech Air 5 Plasma is really at a new level. In terms of convenience, comfort, and just overall, wanting to get out there and ride.
Yeah.
When you wear this, it's almost like a little gentle hug of safety all around you that, really kind of gives you that level of, that safety net or that added, level of confidence when riding.
Yeah.
Whether that be on the street, track, off-road, what have you.
It's funny because after especially the second crash that I had in 22, that was the point where I was like, I really got to use these all the time. And so now whenever I go on track, basically every road ride. Yeah, occasionally I've just got to rip down to the shops, just put a helmet on and go. But 9 times out of 10 when I'm on the road, I've got the Tech Air 3 vest on. So it's kind of just become just ubiquitous. It's like, okay, I put a helmet on, I put the airbag on.
Exactly. And that's what we're striving for is, most people wouldn't ride a motorcycle without a helmet, or you'd be foolish not to, right? So, it's likewise with your gloves.
Yeah.
This is just
and gloves, actually. Yeah.
That really, adds just another essentially exponential layer of protection that you get, even compared to riding with, passive armor in your jacket or suit or whatever. I mean, because this, compared to a passive protector, like a level 1 back protector or even a level 2 back protector, is exponentially more protected when the airbag is deployed.
Yeah.
Reducing up to 95% of any impact energy transferred through to the body. It's essentially, broken down in the simplest, most layman terms. It's basically like wearing 18 level 1 braided back protectors or 9 level 2 braided back protectors. So it's,
I should imagine like 18 back protectors like that big. So, well, yeah, that's great. I mean, it's cool now that the line's getting simplified a little bit, because what are we up to? Like 10, 12 possible airbags that you can buy
in that range. Yeah. There's basically something for every type of rider, regardless of whether you road ride, street race, race competitively, or, trail ride, rally race, or there's really on road or off road. There's this airbag system, a Tech Air system available.
How much is it?
So this new Tech Air 5 Plasma is $789, which is the same exact price as the current Tech Air 5 that this will supersede. So you get all these additional features and benefits and comfort and airflow and lighter weight, all for the same price.
Nice. All right. Okay. Now, as far as wearing it goes, I've worn these things now for, I think I wore my first back protector airbag in 2017. They have come a long way. This is probably the lightest one outside of the Tech Air 3. Tech Air 3 is literally just a vest that you put over the top. But in terms of something that you can put on the leathers, even when we were out and rode some adventure stuff before, it's very comfortable. It's quite tight around my arms at least. But in terms of all this stretch paneling and stuff here, also this little piece down here, which is the I guess elastic or something, it just basically holds your waist so your muffin top doesn't show.
We just need a bigger size.
Yeah, well, I just got to lose weight. But it is, look, I didn't deploy it. I had no intention of deploying it. I'm sure it works. It's worked for me in the past when that wasn't intentional either. So look, I know people still get skeptical about airbags, but now, I mean, they've gone through so much development. I mean, mind you, those things we used in MotoGP back in 2005, 2006 when they were first developing them. They became mandatory in 2017, yeah. But people were wearing them 7 or 8 years before that too.
Alpinestars anyway.
Yeah. So look, they are really, really crucial pieces of safety equipment. I will recommend them to anyone that listens. Go check out the video of me high starting myself to the moon, and you can see it in real time. Anyway, guys, hope you like this. Mate, thank you.
Thanks, Rennie.
Pleasure as always. We'll see you again soon. Don't crash. Cheers.